Hello and welcome to this video tutorial from Business Gateway. In this session, we'll introduce you to the topic of branding and how you can build your brand into a powerful marketing tool for your business. Branding isn't just about choosing a logo or selecting a set of colors. It's about shaping how people think and feel about your business. It's the reputation you build, the impressions you leave, and the emotional connection you create with your customers. Let's get started by exploring what a brand really is and why it matters. A lot of people think branding means deciding on choosing color palettes to use, maybe picking a font style or two, or designing a logo, when really these things are merely an expression of your brand. A brand is actually something much bigger. It's the gut feeling people have about you, what you offer, it's what they expect when they interact with you, and it's how you make them feel, the values that you demonstrate, and the personality that you show. Branding expert Marty Neumeier puts it very simply. A brand is a person's gut feeling about a product, service, or organization. You can't control the process, but you can influence it. Take a moment to think about your favorite cafe, hairdresser, or online shop. Chances are you like more than just what they sell. You like how they do it, the way they treat you, the vibe, the tone, the look and the feel. That's branding in action. For example, Lush, the cosmetics company. It's known for its scent. You can smell their stores before you even see them. Apple is famous for its sleek design, right down to how their products feel when you open the box. These are sensory brand experiences, and they help create strong, memorable impressions. Even small businesses can do this. Whether it's the warm tone of your emails, the way your packaging looks and feels, or how you speak on Instagram, all of it helps to shape your brand in the minds of your customers. And the clearer and more consistent that experience, the more likely it is for your customers to trust you, remember you, and choose you in the future. So how do you start building a brand on purpose, rather than just by accident? We'll explore that in the next section. There are 3 stages of the brand building process. Strategy, know who you are and who you're for. Identity, bring it to life with visual or sensory elements. Implementation, give your customers a consistent experience. Altogether, these 3 stages define what branding looks like. It's the actions you take to positively influence the perception and associations of your brand. Let's dive deeper into each of these stages. Your brand strategy is the foundation of everything. Before you think of colors or logos, you need to be clear on what your business stands for and who it's trying to reach. A helpful way to start shaping your strategy is by asking 3 simple but powerful questions. Question 1. What do you do? Not just your product or service, but in plain human terms. With clarity, define what does your business do and what problem you solve. Question 2. How do you do it differently? What sets you apart? What's unique about your approach, your values, or the customer experiences that you promise? And question 3. Why do you do it in that way? This gets to the heart of your philosophy, what you as a business believes in that influences the way that you work. These questions will give you ideas on your messaging and help you build a brand that's clear, targeted, and consistent. But to answer all of these questions well, you need to understand your customer. After all, we are building this brand for them. Your brand isn't built around what you like, it's built around what they care about. You need to get clear on who they are, what they value, what motivates them, and how they want to feel when they choose a business like yours. Once you understand your audience, it becomes much easier to position your brand in a way that speaks directly to them and makes them feel like you're the right choice. Brand purpose. What problem are you here to solve? Your brand purpose is your reason for existing, beyond just making a profit. It's about the difference you want to make to your customer's life or the change that you want to see in the industry. Here's a great example. Tesla's brand purpose is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. It doesn't mention cars or electric motors. It focuses on the broader mission, the bigger picture. You can think of your own brand purpose as the why behind your business. Why does what you do matter? What change are you helping to create? Having a clear brand purpose helps customers connect with you on an emotional level. It gives your brand meaning and makes your messaging much more powerful. Now let's take a look at brand values. Brand values are what you stand for as a business. These are the guiding principles behind how your business fundamentally behaves. And more importantly, they should not be just buzzwords. They should be something that is meaningful and something that is memorable. Rather than saying we are honest or we are passionate, try defining your values as specific behaviors. What would someone see or hear that proves your business lives by these values? Let's explore some examples of great brand values from Canva. Canva's brand values are: be a good human, make complex things simple, pursue excellence, empower others, be a force for good, and set crazy big goals and make them happen. These kind of values are easier to demonstrate, easier to remember, and much more powerful in building trust. Now it's time to give your brand a personality. What kind of brand are you? Your brand personality is how your business would behave if it were a person. Is it friendly and upbeat? Is it calm and reassuring? Or is it bold and rebellious? Defining this helps you shape how people feel when they interact with your business. One helpful way to do this is by using brand archetypes. This is a commonly used framework to help you hone in on what kind of personality your brand has. Pause the video here and look through the 12 distinct brand archetypes. You don't need to know every one of these archetypes, but choosing one or two that align with your values and purpose can help you show up consistently across your content. Just a heads up, having more than one archetype can make things a little trickier. If you're just starting out, choose the one that feels most natural for how you want to be known. Now we can move on to your personality traits. Once you've chosen an archetype, the next step is to define a few key personality traits that will bring your archetype and your brand to life. These are human qualities that you want your brand to express. For example, friendly, straight talking, calm, energetic, creative, reassuring, ambitious. Aim for around 3 to 5 traits that reflect how your brand should come across, but not necessarily in the way that you would describe it. This should be around how your customers would describe you as a brand. This will help guide your tone, your visuals, and your customer experience. A big part of your own personality is how you speak. Tone of voice relates to how you sound to your customers. Your tone of voice is how your personality comes through in words. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Do you want to come across as polished and professional, warm and conversational, or energetic and inspiring? Your tone of voice should feel like a natural extension of your personality traits. So far, we've looked at the foundational elements of your brand strategy, and now this will help us to create your brand's identity. Your brand's identity is how your brand looks and feels to your customers. It's the design decisions you make and the marketing assets you create to allow customers to sense what your brand is all about. Let's start with your brand colors. Your brand color palette is the set of colors that you use everywhere, across your website, socials, packaging, basically wherever your brand appears. Try to stick to 1 to 3 core colors that you use consistently to build recognition and mood. Next up is your typography system, and this is how you choose to style your text content across all of your marketing and branding. A good tip here would be to choose one primary typeface for your headings and one for your body or paragraph text. Make sure that you're consistent with their use, and also make sure that your body or paragraph text is easy to read at smaller sizes. They say that an image says 1,000 words, and that couldn't be more true in branding. Photos should reflect your brand personality and appeal to your audience. Aim for consistency in lighting, tone, and subject matter. Use real imagery if possible. It can help to build trust and give you an authentic feel. Your brand name, logo, and tagline are important aspects of your brand identity. It helps people to recognize, remember, and understand what you do. A good brand name is clear, easy to say, and gives some hint about your offer or values. Your logo doesn't need to be too clever. It needs to be simple, versatile, and work at all different sizes. It's not your brand on its own, remember, but it is the visual shortcut to the rest of your brand. Your tagline can be used in a lot of different ways. I would use it to clarify your offer, express your personality, or highlight the value that you bring. Together, these three elements combined should do a lot of heavy lifting for your branding. It should quickly tell people who you are, what you do, and why they should listen. We've reached the final step of our brand building process, and that step is all about taking action and implementation. So let's finish up with a quick reminder of what matters the most when putting your brand into action. Be clear, so people instantly understand what you do and who it's for. Be consistent, so that every touch point feels recognizably you. Use the same colors, fonts, tone of voice, and messaging across everything, from your website and social posts to your packaging and your emails. That consistency builds trust. Also, try not to overthink or wait for things to be perfect. If you get stuck, talk to your customers or look at how similar brands present themselves for inspiration. Small, consistent, confident steps lead to strong and memorable brands. If you'd like to dig deeper into this topic, we cover branding in much more detail in the full Business Gateway webinar called How to Build Your Brand. Visit the Business Gateway website for more information on this session, along with other tutorials, in-person events, and webinars to support your business.